Welcome to the first sneak peek of my temporary home. Everything is temporary, that's my new thing. But yeah, this is my bedroom. What do you think? I'm pretty content with it. I feel pretty motivated and good in this space, which is what I need. And I'm sitting on the floor because I want to. My last upload, I shared with you guys a letter that I wrote to the universe on New Year's Eve 2014 to 2015, and I asked if you would want me to share with you what I wrote this last New Year's about 2015 to 2016, and you did. Even if nobody said anything, I probably still would have posted this, but I'm really happy that it had such a positive response. And not only that, but a lot of you opened up in the comments section as well, which was really cool to read and respond to. That's something that I really want to achieve, not only on this channel, but my other one as well. Since I know this video is going to be long as it is because I'm reading you this huge letter, let's just read it. I've got my laptop right here. First, I have got to change the spacing. I feel like I'm giving a speech. You know, in high school and they tell you to like print your speech off double spaced, huge font, so when you're reading it you don't like, yeah. Speech tip from McKay. Okay, here we go. December 31st, 2015. Dear Universe, everything that has happened to me, all the things I wish never had to happen but did, has led me to this exact moment in time and space on the last evening of yet another year gone too soon. I think I went through more life experiences, personal growths, instead of my all too comforting personal destructions than ever before in my entire life, and just when I thought it couldn't get any better than 2014, you went ahead and granted me with the year so groundbreaking and monumental that I am incredibly thankful and curious to what crazy surprises 2016 will hold. In all honesty, the last few days, weeks, in fact, this last month overall, has been tougher than I'd like to admit, and I often pretended it wasn't. But it's been difficult, and I feel my heart hardening, bits and pieces of hope I thought I'd never give up on, I seem to be giving away. It is more than just a jumble of juvenile thoughts and grievances for what is no longer part of my life. It is a loss of myself. I learned when you put your entire being into everything you do, it is a very dangerous game. Because when that source of energy you placed yourself into moves on, it takes part of you with it, leaving you confused, hollow, wondering how to ever feel whole again and forgetting how you were able to do it in the first place before. I read a quote this year. It was simple, something along the lines of, in your life, make sure you get your heart broken as many times as possible. And I really liked that idea, not because it encouraged heartbreak and hurt, but because underneath that simple sentence lies the advice of allowing yourself to feel heartbroken, putting yourself out there to get hurt, and becoming more emotionally invested in life, causing life to become a lot more invested in you. I focused on this quotation primarily because when I read it I was on some level experiencing my first heartbreak, one that fluttered into the new year whether I liked it or not. And now at the end of this year, I can say I've got 2 more under my belt. They are not awful. I do not regret them, and I am happy with where I am right now, so I guess everything must have worked out. But of course, you already knew that. As I try to look back on this last year, I feel I focused most of my energy on creation. I created something for myself to stand upon, and that is a wonderful feeling. I have over 1,600 people who decided I was worth the click of that subscribe button, and an accumulation of 50,000 computer screens that somehow stumbled to my channel of posted thoughts. This decision to put myself out there and create content has led to something I could never ever in my life imagined or felt tangible. I have friends and inspirations. I have been told that I am an inspiration, and I watch as I see the effect a single person can have in this world, and that is indescribable to this day. Everything I grew up believing I could never do, I'm doing. I have a Facebook page and a YouTube channel with actual earnings. I have published writing and friends not only all across the country, but around the entire world. I have reason to speak because people are listening, and a reason to travel because people are willing to allow me into their lives. And I am once again reminded that I have a reason. I have a reason. I have a reason. I try not to think about the past too much. I don't dwell on who I once was because of how hard I am trying not to be that person anymore. But on an evening such as this, I allow myself to crawl back into the shell of a girl I hid in order to understand the growth that came from shedding that shell and finding confidence in the unknown. A year ago, I was struggling. Whether I wanted to admit it or not, I still hated things I cannot continue to hate, mostly because they are not things but details of myself, my family, and my life. I wasn't cutting or purging, but I wasn't telling myself I wasn't yet. Today, I am very close to a year clean. I don't think I drank once out of sadness in 2015. That is something to be very, very proud of. You know what else is something to be proud of? The fact that you are published. The fact that you are partnered and working and happy and living life the way you wanted to live since your sister got sick. It's a time to say thanks, although the pilgrims might disagree. So universe, thank you. Thank you for giving me 365 more chances, and I hope I didn't let you down. This last year, I have spent more time putting myself out there than ever before, and man, does that pay off. I have so much to be proud of, and finally at a content level of acceptance for myself. Thank you for bringing the people that you did into my life this year. I met some wonderful individuals who have all impacted my life in some way, and there are a few so tender to a touch, treading close to my heart that I am thinking of at this very moment. If only they knew how happy I am to have met them. My life wouldn't be like this today without you. Thank you for bringing into my world. I remember folding clothes in my closet that fateful night and finally breaking down. That's it! I'm downloading Tinder again! Just an hour or so later, I had a date the following evening with the nicest person I've ever met. He truly is the nicest person in my entire life, and I'm so happy to have chosen him. I now understand why the stars did not allow myself to open completely to the two others before, and I am so thankful I didn't. Was my personal fuckboy. He is the ultimate fuckboy who didn't care about me at all and still doesn't. But I do not regret this or our time together. I grew so much, and I can still look back on when he was being a fuckboy and smile, for he was a nice, shitty but kind fuckboy. Until I said no, and he realized I wouldn't be a mindless hookup. Perhaps he knew I fell in love with him, so he ran, as the stars say Leos do. It's okay. I'm glad he did. Thank you for removing him from my life, too, because I don't think he was very healthy for me in the end. I think he made my first semester away at school miserable, and I sat there miles and miles away holding rose quartz and praying with all my might that he would love me. School became a miserable place. I felt alone and far too stuck to move forward. I missed home and all things comfort. I wanted adventures and earnings. I craved closeness to city skylines and cars at an incredible speed. I wanted a love so passionate I can't breathe, and time to delve deep into my inner self as a creator and capture this beautiful life around me. So I left school, and everything I just described came true. I was right. I couldn't breathe. It was passionate and playful, and absolutely, undoubtedly, unconditionally perfect. But like all things in life, it was far too short. It might be the only thing about 2015 that I honestly miss the most. Him. No. Us. I spent this year learning how to take care of myself. With the grand help of my greatest mentor and inspiration, a person I wish was my older sister, I took action for my body and learned how to adult more. I don't think I could ever show how thankful I am to have her in my life. When I told her about my third publication, she responded saying she's not surprised at all. Her support is what stabilizes me. I attempted to write down all the little successes and moments in this year, and I still have the list. It's just not as thorough as it could be. To summarize, I returned to Ohio. I donated jeans to homeless teenagers and even met my birthday twin in an English class. I got an inspiring rejection letter from Hello Giggles. It was the first time I submitted my writing, and it led to me finally getting my first acceptance letter from Bella Grace. Twice. I learned New York is not where I'm meant to be, and for now, perhaps Minneapolis is. I vlogged with real YouTubers at a meetup, and their smiles and support keeps me going. I ran through the lake paths with my friend Emily at night, throwing eggs out of vengeance for high school feelings, and belted out songs of our childhood in the dark. I had one of the greatest conversations ever with my college counselor in Gate F6, the morning of returning to school. I had just cried and cried and cried through security, and talking to him changed a lot of the ways I looked at life. I had coffee with an old teacher. She's young, but I'm a solid 10 years older than when we met. That conversation also changed the way I saw things, all for the better. I realized my body isn't my mother's, and soon I treated it the way I wanted to. I got my wisdom teeth removed, I got vaccinated, even considered birth control. I pierced my nose and dyed my hair a few more times, trying to find myself among the rubble of ruins. And there was a moment when I realized that the majority of people in our lives, whether we wish to be or not, are temporary. I became very saddened by this fact, for I have lost connections with so many people high school me would have thought to be part of my wedding, but in the end, it was my decision for myself to hide their notifications on Facebook, delete them from Snapchat, and unfollow them on Instagram. I want to feel good and happy, inspired and motivated when on social media, not continuously sad or wistful, annoyed or gaffing, too quick to judge. That's not what I want from platforms I put myself on, so I'm sorry to those that I no longer consider a friend. I learned this year that sometimes as we grow apart, but we are growing just the same. 2016 will hold adventure. That is not a lie. I know I will be blown away by what life grants me, and I am so effing excited to experience it all. If only you could feel my heart beat and my stomach flip. I am going to meet the most amazing people this year. I just know it. I can already imagine VidCon and how surreal the weekend will feel in California at a YouTube convention with friends I made through uploading videos about my life. I'm going to make so many new friends as well and meet more amazing people. I hope to focus on myself instead of Tinder boys, and hopefully I finally learned that that probably isn't the best place to find guys. So far, they haven't ended the way you had hoped. A year ago, you were waiting for someone who will never come back. You know this now. And tonight, you are waiting for someone who you hope with all your might will. And that's okay. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't. But the difference is, this isn't stopping you from moving on, and as long as you continue to move forward, that's all that matters. 2016 will hold travel, lots of it, and financial security. The other night, I dreamed of a ginormous cricket in my bedroom. I swatted it silly and killed it. Initially, I thought this unlucky for a dream, but soon learned killing a cricket in a dream signifies that your time of poverty will be short-lived. I do not believe I will have money troubles in 2016. I believe I will be a better version of who I am today, with even more achievements and success to be proud of. Continue to put myself out there because truly anything can happen. That already is a proven fact by Jonah Green subscribing to my channel, and I know this is just the beginning of something I can't even concoct in my imagination right now. I miss him. I miss beep and the world we built together, but I understand it's over. It's part of 2015 and the best month ever, but it will never again be the same as it was. Oh my God, we are growing and becoming different people. He wants to build his life and I should do the same. Then maybe our lives will come together and we will continue building. The universe has provided to me the greatest chance to live a wonderful life, and I am so happy and content with how I chose to grasp it all this last year. So much has happened, really so much. And I can't even begin to talk about it all because it doesn't seem real. But I know that if I continue doing what I am doing and believing in the stars, the sun, the moon, and all the galaxies in between, that even better things will come, and for that I strive to see. Tonight, I will end the year the same way it began. In a basement full of friends so true they feel like family, and we will dance and laugh and sing and speak of glory days together, and just like that, I will enter 2016 surrounded by the best people who make me the best I can be, and we will grasp onto so much love and optimism. It will feel infectious just to breathe the same air. Thank you for another year I will never forget, one I truly wish to relive over and over again, and to be with all the people you filled it with forever. For them, I am truly grateful, and who I am today. For who I will be tomorrow, I trust you. Love, your little piece of the universe, Michaela. Ah, wow! I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of hard to stay together and, reading without getting emotional and wanting to pause and just think about life forever. I haven't read that since I wrote it, so I forgot a lot of what I said, but wow. That was just a look into my mind, I guess, of the last year and who I was and who I wasn't and who I want to be, and that's it. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and leave a comment down below. I'm a little rattled because now I just have a lot of old thoughts in my head that don't need to be there. I'm fine, but now I miss him. Ugh. Do you realize how hard it is not to... I'm gonna go on a small rant because you're still watching, so you obviously still care to hear what I have to say. So when I wake up in the morning, I have this awful habit of accidentally, or not on purpose, I guess, think like someone will just enter my mind and there's no control about it, and it's like, well, shit, there they are again. So I started writing down on my phone how long from when I wake up to when I think of this person, and the list is kind of interesting. I want to somehow make it into a poem. I just don't know about the formatting yet, but it's like I started, I think, the last week of January to like today, and it's just all on my phone. All it says is like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 hours, a little less than 10 minutes. One night he was like in my dreams the entire night, so I just wrote that down. Immediately, I don't remember. Maybe I didn't think of him at all. An hour. And then the next day, I consciously was able to not think of this person. Like, I remember getting ready in the bathroom before work in the morning. That thought, like, fluttered into my mind like it always does. And I was about to say, like, oh, it's been, 20 minutes. And then it just stopped. And I was able, like, in my head to be like, stop it. Like, don't think of him. You're getting ready for work. You're teaching these kids. Which, side note, my new job, it's overwhelming in, like, the best way possible. Like, I love it and I hate it at the same time, but I love it. It's a good job. I guess I don't want to like sound negative because it's positive. I need this job. It's a great opportunity. And in the mornings I'm with toddlers, and it's so funny because no one can pronounce Miss Michaela. That's a hard name. So these little kids all just call me Mama, and it's the cutest thing ever. I tweeted about it, and I'm not about to correct them because holy shoot, that is just, it's so precious to hear them like come up to me and just say Mama. Back to what I was saying before, so it was like the first day where I could consciously not think of this person. It was the weirdest ability ever to be able to channel, and I think it's because I've been working on like writing it down and being aware of it. That's like the first step, isn't it, to anything that you're trying to overcome? Like, be aware of the problem and then you can fix it. So I think because I was so aware of it and writing it all down and keeping track of it, I'm able to fix it. Not like I kind of want, yeah, I did want to fix it. It was keeping me back, and yeah, okay, yep, so that's it. See, I've never told anyone that. I've just kept it to myself, and now I feel so much better. Can you already tell the progression of how I am from when I stopped reading to where I am right now? This is why talking to a camera is great for me. Yeah. Thank you to anyone who is still watching. I love you very, very much for doing that. With all those feelings out in the open, I'm going to go edit my main channel video about heartbreak, because that has to go up on Valentine's Day. Which oddly enough, I somehow managed to score a date on Valentine's Day this year too. Which baffles my mind. That has never happened before. I'll let you know how that one goes. Maybe. I don't know. I'm indifferent. Yeah, I'm different. I need to go now. Bye!